Welcome back to my cave once again, humans. Yeah, I could probably add back the drop shadows, but what do you think the logo for this hack? Well, now we're finally displaying the name of the main character loud and proud right there. But you know what else that's changed? We got right here the full rough draft of the Rogues Gallery. And look, I even got all the names here. I was right, by the way, I did have to shorten everyone's name. I also kind of want to change at least one of them because Heavy Hippo is the only one who is not named after the original Robot Master. Well, speaking of which, let's actually fight Heavy Hippo again because I want to get that magnet beam. I don't know who I'd say the easiest Robot Master in this game is, but there's usually not much of a reason to lose to Guts Man, unless you're low on health. He's way too slow to really be a threat, and the ground shaking doesn't even hurt you. That being said, he can be... if you get unlucky with his movements, he can corner you, and it can be a little difficult. I'm not saying there's no reason you should lose to him, but little reason. At least if you're in full health. But then, I don't know, Bomb Man's pretty easy, Cut Man is pretty easy, Fireman, if you're at full health, as long as you just mash buttons, you can beat Fireman. But as far as the hardest Robot Master goes, there is no debate on who the hardest one is. Elecman is a pain and a half to beat without his weakness. With his weakness, he only takes 3 hits to beat. But without, oh my. Also, I didn't know this until just now, but the Fire Beam can get rid of those ground things. That's gonna be pretty handy. And give you a reason to actually use the weapons. And then again, once again, Elecman, you kind of need his weakness, which is Cutman's Rollin' Cutter. Ugh. I have to be honest, these little eye thingies, they're pretty annoying. Really gotta be on the ball when shooting. Alright, here we come to our first Yoku block segment. And this is kind of a warm-up for other Yoku block segments. This one's not too bad. There's another one here, once again, not too bad. Oh boy, we're gonna get to a bad one later. For now, though, let us... do I need that health? No, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Some of the stages in the original game are kind of boring looking. They actually look pretty good in the Wily Wars. But in this game, this one's not as bad as Cutman stage. I feel like Cutman stage is the worst when it comes to aesthetics. But this one's still kind of boring. No background in the sky. You know what, I want to try out the Guts Arm. It's kind of a fun ability to use. Unfortunately, you don't get to use it that often. You can only use it when there's special blocks present. Another weird thing I notice is that you can see through these blocks when you pick them up. I have no idea why, but that's how it was programmed. God, if only you could use the Guts Arm more often. That would be kind of awesome, because it is a pretty fun ability to use when you get to use it. But that's not very often, and in some stages you don't get to use it at all. Alright, just Get rid of these little hoppers. Honestly, some of the enemies are pretty boring too, but to be honest, I don't mind boring enemies. In fact, I kind of wish most of the enemies were boring, because I don't like beating up cool enemies. I mean, who feels bad for a boring, hopping screw thing? I don't. Yes, I get that they're all robots, you shouldn't feel bad for them anyway, but still. Alright, almost at the end of Elecman stage. I mean, at least with Elecman, you do get the electricity theme. No! Oh, really? I'm back here? Nope! Fast forward! Fast forward! Yeah, even fast forwarding this takes a long time. Okay, so we're back to this butt munch. And I'm just gonna go right under him. Not even gonna give him the time of day this time. Also, let me pause for a moment. I wanted to show you guys the current placeholder for the life icon. It's not very good. There's only so much I can do with the current palette, since the top and bottom tiles have different palettes, and I don't know how to edit their palette. So I'm kind of trying to work within the current limitations until I figure out how to change the palettes, or figure out a better icon that works within the palette limitations. Alright, just gotta climb up this tower, and honestly, this is not as easy as it looks. There is surprisingly little margin for error, but I managed to make it up without taking damage, and now we got this guy over there. Alright. Elecman follows a 3 strikes and you're out rule. Basically both of us, actually. You hit him with the rolling cutter, 3 strikes, he's out. He hits you with the elect beam, 3 strikes, you're out. You know what? I won that way too quickly. I actually kinda want to show Elect-Hawk, or Electric Hawk, or it's just gonna come out as Ella Hawk in this game. I wanted at least one bird. That's kind of why I went with a hawk, and to be honest, I'm kind of happy with how the sprites came out. He's got some wings, he's got a big old bird beak, he's even got a little tuft of hair over his crest. Kind of cute. Yeah, Ella Hawk's got class. But who are we kidding? This isn't masterful spriting we're talking about, but I kind of like the design that came out. As for the wings not showing when he throws electricity, not much I can do about that. There's no active sprite tiles between his head, just gotta work with what I got. For now, I'm just gonna say he's folding his wings. Yeah, let's just go with that. He's folding his wings in. That's why you don't see him. But of course, we have one more Robot Master to fight, and let's go do that now. Honestly, this is one of the most unique stages in the game. What is it? A beach? A frozen beach with palm trees? I mean, that would be pretty devious for Captain Cold to freeze over a nice, warm, sunny beach. I mean, come on, doesn't Iceman kinda look like DC's Captain Cold? Just without the cool goggles and also a bit younger. I mean, what else are you gonna call it? I mean, comparing him to Captain Cold, come on, that makes him kinda cool, doesn't it? No pun intended. But seriously, there's palm trees here. Why are there palm trees in a frozen wasteland? God, just thinking about the cool possibilities. That just... no... no. Alright, now we're getting to some bad Yoku blocks. Wait. That works underwater? Video game logic, everyone! Okay, so this section, that wasn't too bad. But this section? Oh boy. This is your first real test with the Yoku block. What you came across in Electman stage, that was just a warm-up. This is your first real Yoku block challenge. This will not be the last in the series, and it won't even be the hardest. Oh yeah, there's an even worse one in Mega Man 2. You know, Heatman's Yoku block challenge. Oh, at least this one you have solid ground to fall on. Doesn't make this one any more annoying, since every Yoku block has a different timing and challenge to it. You have to remember, the Yoku block you're standing on could vanish before the one you need to jump to appears. And you really gotta memorize the pattern. And there's that one, the first one you're supposed to jump on, once you jump to the second one, and then you get that! You get stuck in the third Yoku block. Then you gotta start over, and it's annoying as all get out. Okay, but let's see. Okay, so now I gotta jump over here, good, and... And then I forgot to take into account the one above it. See what I mean? Every Yoku block jump has its own trick to it. That's what makes this so problematic. And I don't want to use the magnet beam because I'm saving the magnet beam. Alright, and... Got it! Finally. Oh, nope. Rooney Doodah. I'm not gonna try it. Alright, I could use more energy. Okay, more magnet beam. Magnet beam really is OP. Fun fact about the life icon. The life icon in your menu and the life icon you can pick up, they do not use the same tiles. They are actually separate. Yes, it's the same sprite, but not in the same location. And unfortunately, same problem, same palette problem. Frickin' giant eye. The heck? Why won't you die? I guess it doesn't matter now. Alright, the penguins aren't very hard to get rid of. But next we got Iceman. Or, in this hack, Ice Bear. Ice Bear will destroy you with his rhythmic polar blasts. Aside from being the only boss in the game whose name actually fits in the code, he's my simplest edit so far. Just his head is really changed, and I should probably add more to it, but Ice Bear is victorious. I haven't watched much We Bare Bears. I've seen an episode of it, and it's pretty cute. It's another one of those shows that I find charming, but I haven't really watched. But I do know Ice Bear from that show does talk in that monotone voice. It's kinda cute. Oh, I get it. The palm trees. It's supposed to feel like the Caribbean and Jamaica and whatnot, because in order to beat Ice Bear, you need the rhythm on. Yeah, there's a certain rhythm to jumping through his projectiles. It is not easy to get down, but it is satisfying when you do it. Of course, you could just use his weakness and call it a day. Yeah, let's not take any more chances. I know it'd be really awesome to see me do it, but there are better players who have probably done it. They could probably show you how it's done. Anyhoozle, his weakness is the Elect Beam, and once again, it's another 3 strikes you're out case. In both instances, he hits you 3 times, 3 strikes you're out. You hit him 3 times with the Elect Beam, 3 strikes, he's out. Funny how that works. Why, are we playing baseball? This is Mega Man 1, not Mega Man 10. We didn't get a baseball-themed Robot Master till then. But anyway, that is all the Robot Masters. But what about Dr. Wily? Well, I kinda have something planned, but I don't know if it's gonna actually work. I guess we'll just have to wait for the finale of this series. And with the finale will come the release of this hack. But I still got a few more enemies I want to edit, and I should probably clean up some of the edits I already have. And as far as Dr. Wily is concerned, I have something in mind, but I'm not sure people are gonna like it. I might even do an alternate version that does something different, but you'll see. You'll see. But that's for next time, and until then, I'm Balf, and the cave is closed.